What's up, everybody, and welcome to another live. Tonight we're going to be doing the DeeRC Extravaganza, plus we're going to be unboxing these two RCs right here. These are fresh off the truck today. We have this little car right here, which is a FPV car. You're just cruising around, and you actually can mount your, like right here, your phone on the controller. You can see that. And you can see what the car sees, and it allows you to drive under stuff and drive around and get a first-person view of what this little car sees. So how cool is that? We're going to unbox that towards the end. Plus, we have the DeeRC 302E four-wheel drive. I know very little about this. We're going to learn together. We're going to be unboxing this one tonight as well. Now, we're going to have all our usual guests. We're going to have the 9300. We're going to have the 9500E. Then we're going to take it to the skies with the DeeRC mini drone. And of course, we're going to unbox the RC car. We're going to unbox the 302E. And then we're going to also take a look at the Sky RC. This is a GPS that you put in your RC vehicles to get performance data. So that's very cool. And we're also going to be looking at the 2104, which is currently out of stock, but will soon be back in stock. This boat is out of stock for a reason, because this boat is a grin giver. I mean, that's probably the lamest thing I've ever said, but it makes you happy. It's a really fun boat to drive, for sure. And I also have footage of this boat on the water. I'm going to have footage of the 9500E jumping off my roof. And I have footage of the little 9300 as well. And I lost my drone. Oh no, I gotta find it. But my little drone, I have footage of that thing flying around too. So it's a really cool little drone. Trying to see who's here, who's in the house. Got anybody watching? One day I'll have a bunch of people watching. Let me see. I get no data. Nope. Okay, so anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with this boat right here. I have the accessories here. I have it already all pulled apart for you, so it's quicker for me to go through the details. We're even going to spin it up a little bit so you can hear how much power is inside this little motor right here. I'm going to hook up this second light so it can shine inside the vehicle for you, because it gets a little bit dark sometimes. There you go. And let there be light. So anyway, this is the DeeRC 2104. This thing has a 400-foot range. Well, really, it's technically 394 or something like that. And it goes 30 plus miles an hour. And if this boat flips while it's on the water, it will self-right. And you're going to see that in a moment. So before I bore you with too much jibber jabber, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the video on for my review of this, of me driving this on the lake, and we're just going to watch that video for a few moments. And then whenever I get bored watching it, I'll come back and I'll break this all down. We'll put the battery in it, we'll fire it up, let you hear it spin. But you're going to be impressed with how fast this little boat is. Let me jump over here, and here we go. All right. All right, so here's the boat. They say that it cannot capsize, so we're going to find out. And look at there. True to saying, it flipped itself right over. So now we're going to get the controller. I'm going to try to hold the camera to drive this and steer at the same time. We'll see how this works out.
And wow, this thing scoots and it handles amazing. This thing turns on a freaking dime, and it's super quick, as you can see. Let's play a little bit more.
Okay, we don't need to play a little bit more. You kind of got the point. You got to see how quick this thing was. You saw the smile on my face, and I never smile after I got done driving this for the very first time. And like you saw, I just chucked it in the water upside down on purpose because it said self-righting, and sure as it says, it rolls immediately over, no issues whatsoever. Now, because this thing does have almost a 400-foot range, it's like 390 something feet. It does have LEDs built into it that come on while you're driving, and you can use the controller to turn them off right here. But when this thing gets low on batteries, these LEDs are going to start flashing at you to let you know. Plus, you're going to get an audible signal through the remote to let you know that it's getting low and that you need to head your butt back before you get stuck. And the advice that I always give anybody who's going to go out and drive a boat on the water is make sure the wind is hitting you in the face. That way, if you're driving out there and your boat dies, the wind's just going to push the boat back to you, and you don't end up trying to cross over to the other side of a pond to catch your boat before it gets over there. But that's just from my experience. But you can see that this top comes off right here. The thing I just dropped on the floor is the battery cover. The battery cover goes right here. And when this comes off, I'm going to just give you a quick look on the inside of this boat. And here it is right here. Check it all out. You have the brushless motor right here with a nice little cooling block attached. You see the little cooling lines in there. So this is a water-cooled boat. And that's probably why it's so fast with that brushless motor. You have all your electronics up here. It is waterproof. And you have a brass shaft. You have an aluminum coupler. You have your steering servo right here. You can see you have trim tabs in the back. You have two little rudders, and then you have the main rudder for steering. And this thing turns at 90-degree angles. If you turn it hard left or hard right, it's going to instantly turn. And I have a part of the video where I can demonstrate that. So since I'm probably getting boring, we're going to switch back to the video real quick, and I'm going to put it on that part where you can just watch these 90-degree turns. Watch how sharp and how well this little boat handles. It's pretty amazing. I was impressed.
I'm trying to flip it. It won't flip. Oops, I'm dragging some trash.
Okay, now you can hear me. take 3, right? I'm gonna get this live stream stuff figured out eventually. But anyway, brushless motor, as I was saying, aluminum cooling block with tubes that the water flows through to keep everything nice and cool. You have a brass shaft on the inside. You have a steering servo. You have waterproof electronics. I drove this thing crazy on the water for 20 minutes straight, flipping it, throwing it in upside down. Got 0 water inside. Actually had a vacuum on the insides. When I popped it, it was like opening a soda, or not a soda, but like a fresh can of coffee or something. It just, you heard the air suck in when I popped the top off. It has this cool little silicone mat if you were driving in a spot that has walls, or like in a pool. I wouldn't suggest this for a pool because it's way too fast for a pool. You'll be on the other side before you knew what happens. But just a very cool little boat. I like the fact that it has the LEDs that will start flashing and let you know when the battery's getting low, so when to return. Plus, like I said, the controller will beep at you. And the sad part is this is out of stock, or I would have it up on the screen. But there are more. I was notified by the seller that there's at least 300 of these that are headed their way in. So there's going to be more coming available. But I'm going to plug it up real quick because I want you to see the LEDs. I'm just going to hold the battery right here. Turn the controller on. There you go. You see you have the red LEDs in the back. You have blue LEDs in the front. You can turn them off if you're driving during the day. But like I said, if you get low on battery, they are going to start flashing at you to let you know that you're getting low. And the steering, that's all the steering that you need to make this thing turn 90-degree angles at 30+ miles an hour. That's not an exaggeration when I say 30+ because this thing is quick. And you also have proportional throttle. You have reverse and forward. So if you just want to idle, you can. It's not all or nothing. Let's see how loud this thing is. But wait, there's more. So pretty powerful. I don't want to run it too long with no water in it because I don't want to overheat anything. But I just wanted you to hear how fast that little brushless motor spins that prop. This thing is for real fun. Probably my favorite RC at the moment. They're going to give you assorted wrenches and Allen wrenches. You're going to get the charger. You get an extra prop. You get an extra prop nut. Inside the catalog or the instruction manual, they do have a list of parts. That's what is good about DeeRC. That kind of separates them from, say, like a big box store, because they do sell spare parts for their stuff. And most of those parts are available on Amazon. So you don't have to go calling people and searching all over the internet just to try something compatible. You have a way to find most of your parts on Amazon. And what's not on Amazon, they have the full parts list in the manual, and they give you the contact information to the manufacturer. You can just call them up and say, I'm so-and-so, I need part number so-and-so, and they can get that out to you. So very cool to actually have support on a vehicle. So very nice. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to throw all these pieces back in. If you're wondering about how much, or the battery size or the battery voltage, this is an 11-volt battery, which is 3S, and it is a 2000 mAh battery. And you're going to get about 15 minutes of runtime at 30+ miles an hour. Now I see a couple of people are watching from Amazon. Drop a comment if you want me to pop the video back up real quick of this on the water if you want to see what it's doing. And I can show that to you real fast. Move this fella to the side because we're going to be bringing up the DeeRC 9300 next. And this is one of my favorite land vehicles. My headset got caught on my chair. Like to broke my neck. That would have been all over the internet going viral. Live streamer breaks neck with headphone cord. All right. So here we go. We have the 9300. This is like a little 18th scale or 16th scale. It's not a very big truck. I don't know the exact scale. I just know it's one of the smaller ones. It's not quite a 20th scale, so it's not that small. And let's just go ahead and open it up. This one's got a little wear and tear on it. I've been driving this one around for a while. Tearing it up, ripping it up, having a good time. And like I was saying about the boat, the same holds true for their vehicles. I'm going to show you the manual right here. And in the back of all their manuals, they have parts list. So you know what part or what to ask for if you contact the manufacturer. And I've seen already on Amazon replacement motors and different replacement parts for these that you can just go on Amazon and order directly. You don't even have to bother with contacting the manufacturer. So that's really cool. They're very generous with their accessories. They do like to give accessories. I have a charger, which is just a USB charger. I have a dual screen touch charger that charges them up a little quicker. But if you don't have a charger, they will give you one. They're going to give you extra wheel nuts, body clips, shoulder bolts, and things like that in case something vibrates loose or falls out. They give you two 2S lithium battery packs, and you will get about 20 minutes runtime per battery, so you're looking at about 40 minutes of cruise time. You have a nice little wheel wrench right here for swapping wheels around. They give you a little Phillips screwdriver to go with it, and they give you a nice little handy dandy cleaning brush to keep your car nice and clean. Now, DeeRC kind of falls somewhere between the hobby level and the hobby level and the toy level. And some of their vehicles are more toy, some of them are more hobby, and this is the one that is more hobby. Don't be fooled by its small size, because it does have the Lexan body, which I think all their RCs do, and that's just to be lighter and resist impacts, and it's replaceable. You can order more bodies if you mess the bodies up. But if you look on the inside, it does have a brush motor with an ESC, and I don't know if you can see in there, but there's a silver stainless steel drive shaft, and it has full differentials in the rear and the front. How cool is that for a little bitty car like this? And it has independent suspension. There's no oil in these shocks, it's just spring shocks, but they do very, very well. And you also have the stainless steel dog bones in the front and the back. So how cool is that? And what's really fun about this little car is, if you really wanted to, you could upgrade this, get a brushless ESC and a brushless motor, and you could, who knows how fast this thing would go. It's fast enough with this little brush motor. And I have seen replacement motors for this on Amazon. I've looked up some of the parts, so I do know some of them are there. And it even has a little hobby servo right here on the side. So it's a pretty cool little car. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to a short video clip of this car just cruising up and down the street, so you can kind of see how fast this little car goes, because it's easier for you to see it than for me to tell you it's fast. I'll let you see that it's fast. Raining a little bit, but we're out in the front yard with the DeeRC 9300. Check it out. Roads are slippery. Try it out in the grass. Okay, so there you go. I need to pay attention to my comments section. Everybody's screaming at me, "Hey dummy, we can't hear you. Where's the sound?" But you saw that this car is probably somewhere around 18 to 20 miles an hour. For such a little tiny car, that's really good. It's actually one of the faster RCs that I have from a couple different makers, because I have some over there and this thing smokes all of them, but I don't want to say their name because I don't want to blast them. Also with this little car right here, you're also going to get like some extra little clutch plates too, and they give you even more little replacement screws. So if you were taking this apart and you dropped the screw and couldn't find one of these tiny ones, they give you extras. So it's fully serviceable, and that's what makes this so much better than what you would get at the big box stores. And if you look on down below, I've already included the promos for you. So the promos are scrolling across the bottom of the screen, but if you click on it from the Amazon screen to go make an order, it should go ahead and take that discount off for you. Like right now, this one is $69 and you get 20% off of that. So that's a really good deal for a little car like this, because if you spend $70 at Walmart, Kmart, Target, whoever is out there, you're not going to get nothing near this quick. And whatever you get from there, you're not going to be able to work on. You're not going to be able to modify it, and you just can't fix it. If it breaks, it's done. You throw it away. More e-waste for the trash canola. But the DeeRC 9300, super fun little car. We're going to be getting ready to move on to the next one. The next one is more of it's still kind of like in that area between toy grade and hobby grade, but this one leans a little more towards the toy side. But it's still quick, and it's still fun, and it is still tough. I'm going to show you a video section of the next one coming up where I actually put it on the roof of my house and I jump it off the roof. Because, you know, I was watching too many YouTube videos of these big YouTube stars, and they're like jumping stuff at skate parks and jumping stuff off the roof. So I was like, hey, I gotta try it too, right? Sink or swim, let's see. It's a good gauge of how durable a car is, you know, whenever it falls off the roof. But the next one, let me get this stuff out of the way, I'm sorry. And almost all these vehicles, like I said, they already have the promo codes included. But the next one is the DeeRC 9500E. Let me switch it up, bring it up for you real quick. There you go. You should be able to see that now. So the DeeRC, what scale is this car? I don't even know. I think it's a 16 scale. I'm not 100% sure. But let's just open it up and take a look at it rather than stare at the box like a calf staring at a new gate. But there it is. This one's quite a bit bigger than the little 9300. I don't think it's quite a 10 scale, but make sure I have all these accessories. I want you guys to see all the extra stuff that you're gonna get. Mark, coming in loud and clear. My buddy Mark, he's over on Facebook right now. We're taking all these vehicles tomorrow to a skate park, as before mentioned, and we're going to do a little thrash session because I want to get some fresh video of these things jumping and flipping and falling and tumbling and wrecking, because I want you to see how tough they are, to just give you that peace of mind that when you buy something, that you're going to get something that's going to hold up more than 5 or 10 minutes. Because, I mean, if you break one of these little cars right out the box, you either did something really, really stupid or you were just really trying. But here's the little truck itself. It does come with a 7.4 volt 2S lithium battery. And I thought, yeah, you get 2 of them. That's what I thought. But you'll get about 40 minutes runtime between these 2 battery packs. So plenty and plenty of time. Now this truck does have the plastic dog bones, and only in the front. But they do give you an extra one. You get a screwdriver for working on your vehicle. You get the nice cleaning brush. And I also have some spare parts in here. As always, they give you some extra bolts in case something falls out, extra body clips, things like that. And this little truck right here, it runs about 20 miles an hour as well. You can see it's got the nice Lexan body. This body happens to have a little spoiler add-on with a roll cage on the top. And you can see it's all painted from the inside. It's like a hobby level Lexan body, made to take impacts and go back into place. And it's light and it's replaceable. And you could probably order clear ones. I don't know if you can, I'll have to check that out. But you can DIY it if you want to. if this one doesn't make a body, if DeeRC doesn't make a body for it, somebody out there makes a body that will fit this truck. And we're going to take a look on the inside. You have your other battery right here. This is where you stick your battery. You have two, count them, not one, but two brushed motors. So instead of having a drive shaft down the center of this vehicle, they actually took the approach to have a motor on the front diff and a motor on the rear diff. And it does have two differentials. It's got air-filled tires. There's no foam inside these. It is spring shocks. You have LEDs. I can turn this on. Oh, there you go, Steve. I'm taking a nap. There you go. You have LEDs in the front for headlights. And like I said, it's independent in the front, but it is plastic dog bones in the front. There are no steel ones. But that might be toy-like, but then here you have a hobby-grade steering servo. And that servo is replaceable. Both of these motors are replaceable. Then you switch it around to the back, and you have a single straight axle with a differential in the back. So it's independent in the front, solid axle in the rear, but you do have independent shocks on both sides. And like I said, this one leans more towards the toy side than the actual hobby side. But if you have a little one, or even somebody who's 12, 13 years old, if they're just getting into RC and they haven't done RC before, this is a really good starter vehicle. And it's only $74.99 for this truck. And like I said, this is the one I jumped off my roof, and I didn't land it. I stuck it straight up and down, like T-bone the sucker heavy. And luckily nobody was watching outside to laugh at me. But you also get 20% off of that $74.99. You can see there's promo codes scrolling along the bottom of the screen there, but I've also automatically applied the promos as well. So they're already loaded up for you and ready to go. And we'll just give it a little gas. So it goes straight to reverse, straight to forward. Just a nice little truck. What I'm going to do is, if you guys want to see it, I'm going to switch over and I'm going to bring up the footage of this, and I'm going to let you just see a couple speed runs that I made with it so you can get an idea of how fast it is. And then I'm going to cut to the part where it's actually jumping off the roof, because I want you to see this thing bailing. So just to back up what I said. And so here it comes. All right, so this one is the 9500E. Let's see what it can do. This one is more of a toy grade one for sure, but way better than the toys you're going to get at the big box stores. Pretty quick. Steering trim's off a little bit. Found the lid. Can we do donuts with this one? No problem for this guy. Watch out for that one. All right, everybody likes to see this crazy. All right, the roof. Gonna ramp it off the roof. See how it holds up. And just perfect. So pretty tough little truck for being toy grade, being well under $100. Four-wheel drive, comes with a couple batteries. And pretty quick. Fun little truck for sure. Okay, and that's the little DeeRC 9500E, $74.99 right now. But with the coupon codes that I offer, and I've already plugged in the promo for you. Actually, if you click the link, you're going to get another 20% off of that. So how cool is that? Christmas will be coming soon. Things like this will be selling out. And with the way the supplies are in the world today, better to get it sooner than later if it's something you're interested in. I wasn't too enthused about this one. I thought it was going to be kind of a lame duck because I saw that it had some toy type components into it, but it actually pleased me. It actually surprised me, and I like it. It's a good little car. If my son, when he starts driving, he's 3 right now, but the next year or so, this is going to be his car. This is what he's going to learn to drive on. And if somebody comes over and they want to play RC cars with us, the first one they have to drive is this one because it's durable and it's going to hold up and it's going to be easy for them to learn on. So pretty cool little truck, I think. All right, we're getting ready to jump over to the next one. And we do have 2 unboxings coming up. We got 2 brand new cars that just came in today, straight off the truck. And we're going to be checking those out. Let me get this one out of the way. That might be coming up next, I think. I'm not sure how I scheduled all this stuff. Nope, next we have a drone. You guys like drones? This is a mini drone, a beginner drone, but a fun, capable mini drone that can actually fly outside in some winds. It's got a 720p camera. You can take photos, you can take videos, but it's also encircled with LED lights. I think it flew away. I'll have to find it. Where'd you go, mini drone? Nope, that's not it. All right, tell you what, we'll give this one a pass over. Let's do an unboxing just to keep the show rolling. Now this is not DeeRC. This one is a Wowzon RC car. And this one is right here. This one just came in today. It's still in the box. I know very little about this car. I've never driven it. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. I saved that experience for us. We're going to do it together. We're going to check it out. We're going to see what it has, what it takes, what comes with it, what you need to get. Now what's cool about this little car is it's a smaller scale car, but you put your phone on the controller. It actually has a phone holder and you can see what the car sees. So when the car is sitting there driving around, it's like you're sitting in the car. So you can drive under vehicles, you can drive under things. And I grabbed a couple followers, WF Mod 8 and Sam Kohler. So every time I get a new follower that I see on there, this is our salute to the new followers. We celebrate goodness. And we celebrate fun. 2 new followers, 2 air horns. We'll see if that sticks. That just might be a temporary thing, but let's get back to the fun stuff here. We're going to go ahead. We're going to open this thing up. We're going to see all the accessories, what they give us, what comes with it, what's included. And are you ready? Here we go. There it is. Oh, it's got some kind of little module with it. I don't even know what this stuff is. But that's everything in the box. Let's open it up. All right, here we got a manual on top straight off. Let's see if they do like DeeRC and offer you parts or anything. Instructions, how-tos, how to use the phone. Just a bunch of techno babble. They got the QR codes in there so you know where to get the app. We'll look at that a little closer later. We're going to take the top off. And here is the truck itself. As you can see, it's a small scale. Now this is more like a toy. And when I say more like a toy, as far as it's not a hobby grade, you know, $300 remote control car. But what makes this thing super cool is this little camera right here on the front. Can you see that? I have a Panasonic camera. They don't always focus, but let me know if you can see it. Little FPV camera right there on the roof rack. That's pretty darn cool. I've always wanted to do that with one of my bigger RCs because I do the FPV drones, and I was just like, man, I could put one of those setups on it, but I'd probably get sick if I started ramping and stuff because I get motion sickness. All right, so these little module thingies that I wasn't sure what they are, these are actually your battery packs. We're gonna open these things up real quick. And it says 3.7 volts, 800 mAh, 2.96 watt hours, lithium ion batteries. So you just charge these things up, then you just plug this whole module into the bottom and bolt it in, just like so. But you got to screw it in. It doesn't. So if you take this thing out and about, you better bring this little screwdriver with you, or you ain't gonna be changing that battery out. But here's a little screwdriver they give you. We're just gonna screw this in real fast. Did I put it in backwards? Probably. Yep. There you go. I was gonna turn it on. Not too bad. Super light little car. I don't know if the body comes off the top or not. You have your steering adjustment right here. So I don't think it's proportional steering. It's just like all or nothing steering. That's what I call it. And you got your little motor and your differential in the back. It does have nice soft rubber tires for all terrain. Cool little spoiler in the back. It's got these bolt-on body panels that I imagine you could remove with this little screwdriver, but I don't see any reason as to why you would want to remove them. But and I don't know if you can see the paint, but there is like a metallic like glitter in this paint. It's pretty cool looking paint. This thing is $59.99, so not crazy expensive. Here's your little phone mount right here. This is to hold your phone while you're driving. It's just going to snap into the top of your remote control like that. And that way when you're driving, you don't have to look at the car. You're looking at your phone, and you can see what it sees. You're going to be driving all over the place. So that's going to make for some real fun for sure. Let's see if we can find some specs or stats on this thing. See what the box tells us. That's usually where they highlight all the important stuff. And let's see. Voice intercom. So it also has a speaker. You can talk to people. That's pretty cool. Off-road tires. You have 3 different speeds, and it's a 2.4 gigahertz RC. So very nice little car. I can't wait to test it out. I might use it to spy on my children. I can just like drive around the house and, you know, like peek around corners and see what they're doing. Make sure they're doing their schoolwork instead of getting on the internet all the time. But they should do that for me too when I'm working. Let's go make sure Dad's working, make sure he's not on the internet. But this is the little Wow Zone RC car. And I'm going to throw all this stuff back in the box because we do have another unboxing to do. And I don't want to run out of time because I'm just going to be doing this live for about an hour. So I'm getting low on time as it is. So let's jump over. We're going to unbox this second car with you guys. And this is going to be the DeeRC 302E. And this is one of their tried and true models. It's not a new model. I think it's been out for a little while, but a lot of people have them. And from what I understand, they're fairly quick and they do a nice job. This is like the other one. I haven't driven this one yet. I have zero experience with this car, but we're taking this car, we're taking the FPV, we're taking all these to a skate park tomorrow. Weather providing. I do live in Florida. It rains every 5 minutes, so you don't know when it's going to rain and not rain. And if it's not raining, it's a freaking steam bath. But I'm going to get a lot of good footage of these driving. Like the footage I have now is just kind of distant, and you really can't get a good idea of speed and abilities. But if I take these to a skate park and I start ramping them around like some of these other big influencers, I guess you could say, do on YouTube and other platforms, it'll give you an idea of what you're getting. Because yes, I am here to sell RC cars. I mean, that's why I'm sitting here spending my evening unboxing and talking and showing you. But I don't want to talk you into something that you don't want, because if you buy this car and you don't like it and you send it back, it does me no good. Will I make a little bit of money, like $3 if you buy one, or $2? Yeah, probably. But if you send it back, they take my $2 back. So I want to make sure that you know what you're getting and you're happy and want to keep it. And the best way I can do that is demonstrate it for you and let you see. And in the future, I am going to do lives during the day, actually out in the field, driving these around and doing the lives remotely outside, not just always sitting here behind my table. So here's this one. We got to cue the sound effect because I like sound effects. Bum, bum, bum. The D. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's do it better. Let's do it like this. The DeeRC 302 E. Oh yeah, I got a new sound card. I'm trying to figure out, learn how to incorporate it into my show. So it's got like, this is the original voice, unfortunately. But then if I want to say, well, my wife said,
you better not do that anymore or you're going to get in trouble.
You know, I can do that. Or if I want to make fun of my kids, I can be like,
but Daddy, I want to drive the car.
You know, just fun stuff like that. I can even sing. If somebody has a birthday, maybe, I don't know, but it has auto tune. I can't sing, but I can do like this and be like, happy birthday to you. Okay, enough cutting up. Let's go ahead and get this thing out. Now look at this, right off the top. They give you a clear shell that you can paint and modify yourself. That's pretty cool. They give you an extra shell right out the box. And when you paint these, they have a clear coat on the outside. And there's two methods that I really know of painting this. And what you do is you paint the inside. You don't paint the outside, you paint the inside. And what it does is, even if you use flat paint on the inside, it looks like a shiny clear paint on the outside. But if you're laying down stripes and colors, you got to think backwards. Whatever color you want to be on the outside, you got to put first, and you know, so on. This ain't a paint tutorial, but it just gives you an idea of how to paint these. And there's another way that some people paint them. They'll paint the inside just solid silver, and then on the outside they'll paint the color they want. And then as you start getting road rash and scratches, it'll scratch the paint off on the outside, revealing the silver, and it just kind of gives you that cool effect of damage, like the paint's been scraped off and the silver's showing through. But just a fun way to do it. A very nice of DeeRC to give you a second Lexan body. We have the little truck itself sitting right here. And this one looks to be about the same size as the little 9300E. Let me find it. So, I mean, the race is going to be on. We're going to find out who's quicker. The 302 or the 9300. So you can see wheelbase wide size, they are identical. So this is going to be good fun in the neighborhood. Me and Mark across the street, he helps me with my cars. And it's on, Mark. You're going down, brother. We'll record it, of course. Here's your controller. You can see you control steering and throttle. Everything's nice and proportional. I can already tell you just by looking at this one that this is closer to a hobby grade than a toy grade. I mean, this could even probably be considered hobby grade because you can change out the parts. It has metal output shafts. It's going to have a steel drive shaft. It's just got some really good parts. I'm going to finish going through these accessories real quick, and then I'm going to pop the top off, and we're going to see what's under the covers. That's where all the good stuff is, under the covers. Mark's on there. Oh yeah, new stuff. That's right. We're going to try to break some of it tomorrow. Because, as I said before, and if you weren't listening before, then I can tell you now, DeeRC, they do have a lot of parts available on Amazon for you to order for these cars. So if you burn a motor out, you can just go on there and order a new motor. And if there's something that you can't find on Amazon that you need for this car, then what you do is you go in the back of your manuals, and this has been all of their vehicles so far, but they give you the full exploded view, how to take it apart, and then they give you the parts list, all the parts that you're going to need to service and repair this thing, and they give you the contact number to order the parts. So the more common stuff that may break will be online on Amazon, But if it's something weird because you jump it off a cliff or you drive it off a cliff and you weren't paying attention, you can order parts for these, and that's what separates these cars from big box stores. If you spend the same amount of money for this little car at Target, Walmart, wherever, you're not going to get the same quality as this little guy right here. You're going to get a hard plastic body that's going to break the first time you wreck it. It's going to be slow as all get out. If a butterfly pees on it, it's going to cut out because it's wet and no longer working. You want something with a little bit of durability. And like I said, the videos that I showed you earlier, me jumping the other one off the roof and all that stuff, it was rainy that day. When I'm driving through the grass, these cars were soaking wet on the inside, and I had zero issues. Nothing cut out, nothing burnt out, nothing did anything but drive. And that's what they're supposed to do. Let's see what kind of battery packs they give us with these. They are the lithium battery packs. And these are 7.4 volts, so they're 2S 1200 mAh lithium batteries. You don't get one, you get two. They're good about giving you extra batteries. And I don't know for 100%, but if it holds true, you're going to get about 20 minutes of runtime per battery. Ooh, subway coming back to haunt me. But you're going to get about 40 minutes with these things. So that's going to be very, very cool. Let me see if I can find quick for you the runtime or the stats. No. I guess a good place for that might be the box. Let's see what the box says. The box says full scale brushless motor, 2.4 gigahertz, metal differentials, 4-wheel drive, and rechargeable batteries. So for the next stream, I'll have to do a little research and find out, but since probably every other car that they have runs about 20 minutes on a battery, then I would imagine it would be the same for this one. Let's open it up. We're gonna pull all these little body clips off. As you can see, it has the hobby grade clips, but these clips are extra nice because they got the little rubber pull pins on them for people with larger fingers that have a hard time grabbing those little tiny metal clips. And let's see. Are you gonna be surprised? Uh-oh, camera's cutting out. See if we can fix that. Okay, we got it back real quick. You stuck that out, you're a true friend. Let me turn this music down real fast. All right, I don't know what was going on. My cam link gets hot or something. I don't know. But anyway, let's get back to the little 302E real fast. I'm almost out of time, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop the body off of this and get straight to the point. And I gotta look too. Check this dude out. You got a nice brushless motor right here. You can see by the 3 wires coming into the ESC. And as I predicted, let me pull this battery cover off. I don't know if you can see in there, but there is a steel drive shaft in there. And that connects your front differential and your rear differential. And I don't know if you can see it, but the dog bones, or the output shafts from the differentials, are steel as well. And they're nice polished chrome. And even the cups that come out of the differential are steel. This has steel differentials in the front and the back. And that is pretty darn amazing. You have a nice little steering servo right here. You can see that. And I'm in the process of putting an overhead cam that's zoomed in, so I can switch cameras and give you guys like a really up close look at this. If you just come back and see me, that'll be there eventually. It's got the nice coilover shocks. They are aluminum bodied shocks with springs. And as you can tell, it's true 4-wheel drive. I think this is going to be a little blazer. This is going to be my new favorite. I don't know if you can drive this one, Mark. Just kidding. But so very nice. This is definitely more of a hobby grade. You shouldn't have any issues if you wanted to upgrade the motor or upgrade the speed controller. And having the metal differentials in the back, that should allow you to add a little more power if you wanted to. But like I said, you may not need to. I just have no idea how fast this one is. It just showed up on my doorstep like an hour ago, and I pulled it out of the box for the first time with you. So, but next time I come back, I'm gonna have footage of all these cars running in a much better format than just what I showed you, like jumping off the roof and something that I threw together after a rainstorm in the front yard. Like I said, we're gonna be taking all these to a skate park, and we're gonna spend a little bit of time there burning battery packs and getting good footage, because I want you to have a good grasp of what you're gonna get with these little cars. So, with that being said, oh, I gotta get rid of this cord. My neck hurts more now than when my wife drives me around. Just kidding, honey. But anyway, this is the DeeRC lineup. Like I said, they already have all these different codes were entered in. So if you clicked on a link, oh, R Havoc, here's your salute, R Havoc. Thank you for following. Welcome to the club. And you know, if you guys have any requests when I'm doing these lives, if you pop in and say, hey, you know, I want to know, can the car do this? Can the car do that? And if I don't know, I'll find out for you. Because like I said, it does me no good to try to sell you something and then you don't like it and you send it back. Because then whatever I made off of it, I'll lose off of it. And then I wasted your time. I wasted the company's time. You know, it's just not a good thing. I don't want to talk you into something you don't want. That's why I'm just going to show you what it can do, and you can decide what you get. And I'm going to incorporate this too. And this is a little performance module for RC cars. You just bolt it on the inside. It tells you the speed, tells you how fast they accelerate, tells you the G-forces felt. It'll tell you altitude if you're jumping. It tells you all that good information. So as I'm driving these cars, I'm going to start data logging and getting like real-time specs for you. So I can tell you this does this many miles an hour. When you turn, it's going to pull this many G's. If it jumps, I've reached a height of this high. Just to make it more fun and justify buying an $80 GPS module to my wife. Because, you know. But honey, it was for work. Oh.
How's your neck?
She's here asking about my neck. I guess she was listening for a change. I'm kidding. Something's about to come flying and hit me. But anyway, we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for following me, who followed. If you came in, awesome. If you enjoyed it, awesome so much. Just leave a like. And this is going to be live. And like I said, if you can think of any questions, just post them when you see me, and I'll be more than happy to try to answer your questions. Thank you guys so much for watching.